In the great story of Africa's freedom, one name thunders across history: Kwame Nkurmah. Born in the small village of Nkraful in the British Gold Coast, a fire was lit in a young boy who would one day set a continent ablaze with hope. His thirst for knowledge took him across the ocean to the United States and Britain. There, in the halls of universities and the heart of the Harlem Renaissance, he drank deep from the wells of Pan-Africanism, dreaming of a day when all of Africa would be free and united. When he returned home in 1947, he was no longer just a scholar, he was a revolutionary. He formed the Convention People's Party, and with a voice that moved mountains, he gave his people a simple, powerful cry: self-government now. The movement spread like wildfire, a promise of dawn in a land that had known only the long colonial night. The British Empire did not yield easily. For his defiance, Nkrumah was thrown into prison, but they could not imprison the dream. From his cell, he led his party to a landslide victory. The colonial masters had no choice but to release the man they called a troublemaker, the man the people called their liberator. On the 6th of March 1957, the world watched as the British flag came down, and the new flag of Ghana rose in its place. As Prime Minister and then President, Nkrumah declared that Ghana's independence was meaningless unless it was linked with the total liberation of Africa. He poured his nation's soul into building a modern state and championing the cause of African unity, becoming a symbol of hope for freedom fighters everywhere. But the path of a visionary is fraught with peril. Economic troubles mounted, and political enemies gathered in the shadows. In 1966, while on a peace mission to Vietnam, the unthinkable happened. The very army he built turned against him. The man who freed a nation was betrayed, overthrown in a military coup and barred from ever returning home. He lived his final years in exile in Guinea, a king without a kingdom, but never a man without a vision. He died in 1972, far from the land he loved, but his death could not extinguish his legacy. Kwame Nkrumah was more than a president. He was a prophecy. He taught Africa to stand up, to dream, and to forge its own destiny. His spirit lives on in every struggle for freedom, a timeless testament that a single voice can indeed change the world.